right, and this is how the players have fared so far today. We do not have the match score from the match that was just on the table up here on this yet, but you know what happened. Eric Moore won it 9-8, and this is how other players fared in this event. My name happens to be up there at 13 through 16, one out of the frickin' money as usual. Whatever, I don't care. It's still fun. Hey, Josh, will you talk about this? Or unless you're doing something else. All right. We had some great players in this event, as you can see. And let's see, we're playing Mike Davis versus Brandon Shuff. Josh, why don't you go ahead and show him Mike Davis's profile? And this is Mike Davis. Iron Mike, age 42, Raleigh, North Carolina. That was slick. That was slick, Josh. His favorite all-time player, Scotty Townsend. Unbelievable. He said Scotty is just a great guy and great player, and that's who he likes. We talked about it yesterday. There's Brandon Shuff. His profile, his playing cue is a Tim Scruggs. I'm actually about to put that up there. And his break cue is a BK3. It's not. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was Mike Davis. And they're going to flip a coin. It still looks a little crooked. I think I undid what I did when I did what I did.
Yeah, guys, we're still playing with the camera angle a little bit. It's just we can only move it like in certain moments in between the shots. We don't want to distract the players. Is it 5-4? Right down the face of Mike. I'll fix it when I get a chance. I don't have one right now. Where's Shuff at? Right there.
says Vector 1, but there's... That's why. Duh. Brandon can only watch right now as Mike Davis attempts to take a 1-0 lead. We'll straighten the camera up a little better when the players take a break or we have a second. We know we have a second in between. We got to actually twist the tripod a little bit, get it more squared up. Great bank shot by Mike Davis. He's left himself a long 9 ball. Mike Davis. Let's have a look at Mike Davis's profile real quick. I wanted to talk about his career achievements. 2-time Reno Open winner, 2003 and 2008. He was on Team USA Moscone Cup in 2006. I watched all those matches. U.S. Bar Table 9-ball champion in 2005, and in 2011 he finished second at the World Straight Pool Championship. Mike has also been a top player on the Action Pool Tour. I think he just won the North Carolina State Championship. When I met Mike Davis was the early to mid 2000s. He was wrecking shop on the Planet Pool 9-ball tour, which is basically what the Action Tour took the place of. And Mike is set to break again. Mike is an extremely nice guy and a really cool dude. And his nice break off, 2-ball in a tough spot. Doesn't really have a pocket, but knowing Mike, he'll manufacture something, either a really nice safety or who knows. Is he looking at grazing? No. He's not. He's not even looking at what I was thinking about. I'm not even going to tell y'all what I was thinking about. He's looking at a professional. Oh! Ah, Mike. Dang it. Very nice try by Mike Davis. Good hit. Brandon comes to the table looking to tie the match at 1 game apiece. Brandon's going to jump over the 7 ball, and then attempt to make. He's getting his practice strokes right. I noticed Sean Wilkie does that too when he's got a tough shot he's got to jack up on, kind of like a golfer does. I used to do it when I played golf. A little practice swing before I actually step right up to the ball. And he's giving up a ball in hand to Mike Davis. Mike should clear this rack and make it 2-0. 5 balls left. These players playing at this stage of the tournament, they should not be missing much. This should be a elementary rack for pro player Mike Davis Jr. Iron Mike. Here he goes. He's got an angle. Come around 3 rails. Shoot to 8 in the opposite corner of the 9. 1, 2, 3rd rail. Oh, he would have liked to have hit near the 2nd diamond, and he did. And let's give another rack to Mike Davis. 2-0 will be the score after he pockets this elementary 9-ball. You hear some light clapping in the background. Golf clap, anyone? Golf clap. Brandon Shuff to break. He, as you can see, he has a BK. That's a BK break. BK3. Shuff. Just an updated profile for Brandon. Brandon breaking from the left side of the table. Thunderbolt break, smashing the rack. Pockets 2 balls. The 1 ball does not have a pocket unless he wants to do something crazy like play the 1 off the 8. I mean, technically you could maybe do a 2-way shot and do that, but you know, kind of hold the cue ball there and use the 6 as a blocker if you miss. Is that what he's looking at? Don't tell me they're actually going to do. Hey, what was that? How did the cord move? How'd the cord move? That's... Did he try that? What I said? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he sure did. Oh, wow. They actually tried something I said for once. It's crazy, right? Oh, it came untaped. That's what happened.
What's going on, Ty? Welcome back to the broadcast. Yeah, sorry, Mike stepped away for a minute. I was working on something. I just got the scores updated. 2-2. Brandon just tied it up with those last 2 racks. Just got that.
His profile doesn't look so bare with all those NAs. Alright, I'm gonna go outside and get my freaking jacket. That's alright, he was just standing there looking. You got 2 Davises, that's right. B Shuff.
Yeah, it's...
There it is, that's right. BK3 Tim Scruggs.
Oh, I just saw it. Okay.
Yeah, all that was NA. You didn't want to give any free.
That's right, that's right.
Alright. Brandon is back at the table. Let's take a look at his profile one more time. Tim Scruggs playing Q and a BK3. Just updated those. 2012 Mosconi Cup. And he's placing ball in hand and ready to go. I was thinking he was just trying to clear the 5-ball a little bit, I guess. I have another piece of gum. Oh. Big fingers. Dang it. Seeing what Brandon's going to do here. We got the 6 and a 9 ball close together. Trying to figure it out right now. If he was another inch or two up the table, maybe another inch, he could just freeze him on the 9 ball and shoot the 6 over to the top rail and just leave it there. Let's see what he does. I'm not sure he can make the 6. He can make the 6, and he did. A spectacular shot. Now this is now the shot of the rack. It's not an easy one, but he made it look easy. That ball drug its feet on the way in. Brandon will take a 3-2 lead. This is for the hot seat. Let's have another look at the payouts real quick. Payouts, as you can see, both of these players are guaranteed at least 3rd place. So entry fee for this tournament was $100. $800 for 3rd place. The loser of this match still has another round in the barrel because they'll fall to the loser side, but they are guaranteed $800. So you cannot be mad with that payout, only paying $100 to get in and making 8 times your money. So that's not bad. Anytime you can make, I don't know, I guess if you win the tournament, making 10 times your money is great. At 10 or more times your money. I'd be happy with 800 after only paying 100 to get in. But these players want more. They want the title. They want that plaque. They just don't want, they want to be remembered as the first player to win the first annual Berhman Memorial Tournament. It's only going to get bigger next year. Next year we're adding 5,000. Same format. We're not limiting the field. We're looking to try to get 96 players next year. And we'll see what we can do about making that a Mosconi Cup points event also. I've been in contact with Luke Richards from Matchroom, is trying to get the 757 tour and Mosconi Cup events, but he informed me early this year or at the end of last year I should say, that this year they would be moving forward with all 9-foot table events with a minimum of 5,000 added to be a Mosconi Cup points event. And as you know, my 757 pool tour is all 7-foot table events. So we weren't able to make that happen. But we will try to make this happen for the Spring Open next year. Make it a Tier 2, Tier 3 Mosconi Cup points event, hopefully. Mike Davis should clear this rack and tie it at 3 games apiece unless something happens, something unforeseen happens, which I don't believe it will. I believe he will clear this rack and he will tie it at 3 games apiece. As I said before, you get to a certain point in the tournament, you get to a certain depth in the tournament, everything is super automatic. You're in a flow, you're in a rhythm. Even hard shots become easy shots. Great shot for Mike Davis. Keeping with the theme of the day, another close match. We've had some barn burners here at this event, some hill matches. We've had a bunch of those, especially on the TV table. We've had some big matches on the TV table. We saw Mike Davis get up 8-0 on Sean Wilkie, and then Sean put 4 racks in a row together. And what was that?
Your watch, I think.
Oh. And he couldn't continue the comeback. Well, another big game on the TV table was last night. James Blackburn defeated me 9-1. That was one of our few big deficits on the TV table. Mike Davis also beat Graham Swinson 9-0, I believe. Was that right? Or did he get a rack? 9-0?
I was looking at it. He's going to get a shutout on
Wilkie? Yeah, I thought he was going to shut Wilkie out too. Another smashing break. The cue ball would have stayed near the middle of the table if it didn't get ping-ponged around by 2 balls. Now, this is a difficult cut here. Does he choose to take it on, or will he play a safety? Remember I said all the hard shots become easy shots? Well, then there's the harder shots that, yeah, you might be feeling it, but it's too much of a chance sometimes. Sometimes you have to play safe. Next up, we will have Eric Moore versus either Tim Colvin or Raymart Lim. That will be the 4th place match, and he did take the shot on. He took it on, and he was not successful, and he did not get a roll. All right, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Josh for a minute. It's getting chilly in this little corner. I'm going to step outside and grab my jacket. I will be back momentarily. I'm leaving you in the more than capable hands of Josh Setterfield. I'm going to get my jacket.
All right.
It's not, there's a breeze coming right through this little hole right here. It's like... Okay, I haven't left yet. Just want to let you guys know we started today with 5 Virginia state champions, counting Brandon Shuff. He won the state championship back-to-back. I keep forgetting about that. But we started with 5 state champions: Larry Kressel, R.J. Cremona, Chris Futrell, Brandon Shuff, and Eric Moore. And all but 2 of those players are out. There's only 2 state champions remaining, 2 Virginia state champions, I should say. That is Eric Moore and pro player Brandon Shuff. Mike Davis used to reside in Virginia. He used to work at Shooters before he was a pro player. He worked at Q Master Billiards and 5 Points in Norfolk. And that's where he honed his skills to become a pro. And he clears the rack 4-3 and goes up by 1 rack in this race to 9.
That was a great play by Mike right there. Pushed out. Brandon gave him the push back and made a great kick shot. Won't know until he gets up on the ball, but if he makes a 2, he has tougher shape to get back on the 3. I'm thinking he might even 2-rail the 2 ball towards the 9 and leave the cue behind the 7. Let's see what he does. I think he is going to be barely edged behind that 9. Oh, nice. Looks like you actually have the angle there. Just as I was about to say, the rest of this rack looks pretty simple to get out with the way he's been shooting. All I had to do was think the thought, and then that happens. Commentator's curse. He's not going to get far enough up on this 8 ball here. I think he's just going to cut this 8 ball in the top right corner, send a cue ball round table. Sally, no, this is the winner's bracket finals. So the winner of this is guaranteed at least second place. Both of these players are guaranteed at least third. The loser of this match is going to play the winner of the loser's bracket.
You see that, folks? You see how he left that cue ball dead in the middle? He was fortunate enough not to have another ball come back and hit it, such is the case in many 9-ball breaks. But that's ideal. That's the type of break you want. That's where you want to leave the cue ball.
Yeah, it's about that time for me too.
Swish mushroom.
Sally, hey, I appreciate you for sharing the broadcast today. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in on this broadcast, and special thanks to everybody who has shown their support, whether it be just sharing the broadcast on their own personal feed or even contributing through our donation link. Anything that comes through that link it's amazing. It goes 100% into us upgrading equipment for the stream, being able to bring you a better quality production. What we're trying to do right now is get the equipment that's necessary for us to have 2 different camera angles. See how he decides to play this.
Touch my burger.
Nice.
Great shot.
Nice. That was a great out there by Brandon. Key shot that match was from the 4 to the 5, and he played that perfect. scared the hell out of me.
You scared the hell out of me. Completely. That's a tough jump. This is tough. I'm not real sure if he's actually going to take this on. He might. Sometimes you just got to get there and feel if you can do it or not. You know what I mean?
And he got safe. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if he just hits the backside of the one, the cue ball's going to make 9.
Oh my God, I wanted to scream so much. That was such an amazing try by Mike. It's so hard to land the ball where you want to on that shot. Oh, and Brandon missed it too. And he throws his hands up in the air at the pool gods, asking why. Yes, sir, Paul. This is the final match. Oh, yeah, okay. I got you. All right, you guys are... Hey, Sally, how you doing? Long time no talk to. It's Mike McNaughton here. Talked to Joe Wood last night. He was in here talking to Mike Davis. We chatted for a few minutes. It was good to see him. I hadn't seen you guys since, since I kind of stood the pool team up. But that's another story for another day. I actually see Sean O'Neill quite often, Sally. He comes into the Reef tournaments from time to my tournaments at the Reef and plays. He usually wins, or at least splits with me. But it's good to see you on the stream. Hope Dave's doing all right. Right, Mike. Mike is more than likely going to tie this up, and we're looking at what could be another barn burner, another hill tight match. He's going to go all the way around the world. 6-9. 5-5 will be the score after this shot. And he makes both balls. I was wondering if he was going to do that.
Okay, use the bathroom. Be right back.
Don't forget to order some food.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too.
5-5, another great match here at the first annual Berhman Memorial Tournament. Brandon Shuff, pro player who resides in Frederick, Maryland, is at the table, ready to break off. Smashes the rack. The cue ball did not stay in the middle of the table like it did on his previous one. He pockets the 2-ball. And has another, not the easiest of shots, but not a real hard shot for these guys. These guys have both been a member of Team USA Mosconi Cup. That's what I'm talking about. The number one honor for a pool player right now in America is being chosen for the Mosconi Cup team. Great shot. Hopefully he didn't come too far. It's looking like he's still got a shot on it. We got the 5 and the 4 combo over here. Where does he want to be for that? Where can he get to from there? He's now looking at the bank. Mike, who all is left? Well, should we get another second here? I'll show you. Yeah, great shot, but he didn't really get a whole lot out of it. Probably be forced to play it safe. If he's got it like that, he could maybe draw the cue ball over to the side rail, put the 5 in between that and the 4 ball. Or he might have enough to actually try it in the side and play it in the side. Well, I can tell you, we have a match going on. There's only 5 players left. A match going on between Tim Colvin and Raymart Lim. Right now is 6-6 on 2 tables over. The winner of that plays Eric Moore. Those are the 3 players in the loser bracket, and this is the winner bracket final. He tried to play the 4 ball, but made the 5 ball. I'm not sure if he saw that as a possibility. There's a shot here to shoot the 6 ball in the corner pocket and bring the cue ball back down the table, going in between the 8 and the 9 for shape on the 7. Appreciate all you players and fans out there who have shared this video and are tuning in. Please continue to tune in and watch. The best is yet to come. This Sunday evening will be packed with matches. Next up, 4th place match will be Eric Moore versus either Tim Colvin or Raymart Lim. And that was a great shot. Great shot. He played in the opposite corner and used the rails to get perfect position on the 7 ball. Another easy 8 ball here. He'll just cut it and either stay there, hit it soft, or he'll hit a little firm and go back across and back over. Just like that. Good hit. An unfortunate roll on a scratch. Brandon will get the cue ball out for Mike Davis. It's a courtesy players do for each other. And it looks like Mike is going to take a break. 6-5, the clutch moments of the match coming up. Let's look at how everybody else has finished thus far. All right. Saw matches earlier today on the winner's side, Final Four. You can see it down there at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Mike Davis took down Sean Wilkie 9-4. Brandon Shuff beat Raymart Lim 9-5 to... Now these two are playing each other, and we have a good match going on. The losers of that match, one of them is playing right now against Tim Colvin. The other one, Eric Moore, defeated Sean Wilkie in a great match, hill match. Eric had another great comeback. Shout out to Sean Wilkie for his play. All these players, they all want the top spot. We know, if they all want to win, they all want to be number one, but sometimes you just can't. And big shout out to Sean Wilkie for coming out here, giving it his all, along with all these other players out here. And the bottom run of the money, you can see right there, was 9-12. We had 46 players. James Blackburn, Larry Kressel, Larry Flagler, and Shannon Fitch. They lost earlier today. And then you see the rest of the field, the players that were one out of the money in 13-16. And then there's the rest of the field, 17-24, 25-32, and 33-48. Next week at Peninsula Billiards, just across the water, the 757 Pool Tour has another event. This is event number 5, I believe. No, event 4. I'm sorry, event 4. This is event number 4 on the 757 Pool Tour. And right now, Chris Futrell is the number 1 player on that tour. Eric Moore is in the top 6. A lot of players that played in this event today play on that tour. Kenny Miller, I do. But you can come out. The entry fees for this vary depending on skill level. It's a non-handicapped event. And we will be doing the TV table coverage for that tournament as well. And at the table right now, Brandon Shuff. These guys are still on break. Call him Show Nuff Shuff, age 33. Lives in Frederick, Maryland. Plays with a Tim Scruggs custom cue. His break cue is a BK3. I know that says Team USA down there in the middle of his top career moments, but that is actually a typo. That was meant for right above it. 2012 Mosconi Cup Team USA. 2013 and 2017. This year, he will be helping, along with Sean Wilkie, represent Team USA in the World Games. His advice on pool, focus on the positives. His favorite player of all time. He scratched his head for a minute on this one. And he just came back and said, inspired by many. His opponent, Mike Davis, Iron Mike, age 42, lives in Raleigh. Brown's Billiard Brass Taps are his home pool rooms. He has no current sponsors. His playing cue is a Danny Green Custom. Playing shaft is a Mez 900 shaft. And his break cue varies with the type of game. His jump cue is a Steve Lomax, 2-time Reno Open winner in 2003-2008, Mosconi Cup in 2006, representing Team USA. It's always a great honor. In 2005, he was the U.S. Bar Table Champ. And in 2011, he finished second place in the World Straight Pool Championships. And I've just been informed that Tim Colvin has won So he will be facing Eric Moore up next on the TV table. Tim is 37 years old. He lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia. His own pool room is Q Master Billiards, sponsored by himself. Plays with a Capone custom cue. Low deflection. He won this event in 2003, by the way, as you can see in his top moments. His favorite player is Captain Hook, Mike Siegel. Mike Siegel was my favorite player before I knew about pool. I just watched it on TV, and my mom played it, and back then I loved Mike Siegel. And then when I started playing, Mike Siegel was no longer playing competitively, and I latched on to Efren Reyes, so I like Efren. A lot of people put Efren Reyes, but it's refreshing to see Tim Colvin throwing Mike Siegel out there. That's pretty awesome. His advice on pool: good fundamentals are critical to playing consistent and improving your game no matter what skill level you are. Should be a good match between him and Eric coming up next directly after this match, and the players are back at the table. Looks like Mike is going to possibly attempt to 3-foul Brandon. I think he's going to leave him a piece of it. I think he left him a piece. He just informed him he is on 2. So he knows he is on 2 fouls. Once again, folks, probably wait till after this match, but we will readjust the camera a little bit. As you can see, it is slightly crooked. We don't really want to disturb it in this match. We don't want to stop the players to mess with the camera, and we definitely don't want to be messing with the camera while the players are at the table and distracting the players. So we will have to wait until after this match to get that absolutely perfect. It's 3 fouls in a row, and you have to inform your opponent. As you heard Brandon inform Mike he was on 2. Mike informed Brandon he was on 2, so once Brandon hit his ball and contacted a rail, made a legal hit, that resets. So it's 3 fouls in a row, Ty. Brandon has left. Brandon has left Mike with a shot. And the 2-ball looks like it goes in the side, or you could just draw it over and shoot the 2-ball in the corner where his hand is. I don't know exactly the angle he has, but I'm assuming he'll come out to the middle of the table and shoot the 2 in the side. No problem, guys. And Mike, you will go down the table, maybe going around the 5 or straight up and down. I'm not sure. Oh, he hit the 5. He did not want to hit the 5. And that was a great shot by Mike. Actually, I'm not going to lie to you. I actually missed that. What happened, guys? How did he... What just happened? Somebody messaged me that. I was looking at was typing something in the text box, so I didn't really see what happened. Someone commented and let me know how he made that. And Mike is looks like he's gonna tie this match up. He would have liked to have been, I think he would have liked to have been to where he could shoot the 8 in the side. But this will do also. Okay, gotcha. I see thanks for the updates, guys. 6-6. It is now a race to 3, folks. First 1 to 3 from this point will win the match and be sitting in the driver's seat and earn a spot in the finals. The finals is going to be a single race to 11. And he hit it good. He hit it just perfect enough not to go far. Not sure he has what he wants here. He's taking a long look at the table. He is going to play a safety using the 8 and the 9 as the blockers. He has left a 2 in front of the pocket. Mike immediately grabs his Steve Lomax jump cue. Now, if he has a under angle, the cue ball will go to the side rail after he contacts the side rail closest to Mike and come back over, maybe come back over. But if he has the other angle, it will send the cue ball towards the 4 ball. And want to come to the bottom rail and go back out. So it just depends on what angle he has. I can't really tell from here. He looks pretty straight. Maybe an underneath angle. You see, this is... and he fired the ball off the table. An unfortunate turn of events for Mike Davis. Shuff wipes the chalk off the ball and the dirt that may have picked up on it since it hit the ground. He places the ball, looks up for another glance on what he wants to do, and then he executes. Stay out of the side pocket. Stay out of the side pocket. That's unbelievable, folks. It's not something that normally happens. Just took maybe his mind off the spot or the shot or something. I don't know. What is that?
Charger. You're not using your charger, right?
No, oh yeah, my phone's on it. Can you hand me my phone, please? It's down there in the darkness somewhere. And Mike should go up 7-6 after that untimely mistake by Brandon Shuff. Brandon really wants to be back at the table right now, but Mike will probably not let him. Mike's playing too good. Oh, he shot it on the short side. He overcut the ball. Oh my God, folks, he overcut the ball. This is a critical rack. And go 7-6 either way. What'd you end up ordering, Josh? You ordered some food, Josh?
Nope.
No.
Only saw Julie one time. And she was leaving.
She was what?
Cash people actually were leaving.
Oh, yeah.
So when I
It's
saw her,
about
she
that
had
time.
she had a handful of
Tabs.
tabs in her. Yep.
I'll take over a sec. Let me chomp down this burger.
Yeah, boy. That's fun.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm gonna turn around and watch the match.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Ty, this isn't the cleanest pocketing match that we've seen so far. I've seen both of these players have good and bad matches, though. And man, once they get in stroke, it's impressive what happens. Which I know most people would say it shouldn't affect a seasoned player, but I mean we are in the middle of this second full day of shooting. What does he want to do? Yeah, that was a really, really good try there. Not a bad return there. I think it's pretty likely Brandon's going to contact this ball, but we'll see how he decides to play it. He's got a little window. Well, he might be able to make this ball. Look at that roll. Well, that's definitely not what he had planned. Should be another point on the board for Brandon. This match is definitely going the distance. Three down on the break, and you have a shot at the object ball. Can't be too mad about that. This 3-8 combo looks like it's not laying too tough. See if he decides to shoot the combo or a carom. That's unfortunate. Brandon's trying to figure out exactly how he wants to play the shot. He had his mind made up, it seemed like, and once he got into the stretch, he wanted to double check it. This is a shot that cannot be missed. He cannot afford to miss this shot. this late in the match, Mike is begging for a 2-ball out. Well, down by 1 game, I definitely wouldn't say he's begging for it, but he would be very happy to walk to the table with a 2-ball out. That is no good. Good shot there. I like the way Mike played that. A lot of people I've seen punch the ball really hard in that situation, trying to go too far up the table, but cross table on a 9-foot diamond, you don't want to have to hit any ball hard. Mike gets out, like I'm pretty sure everybody expected him to, tying the match up.
How's it going?
How's it going, Steve?
Josh.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Kind of whisper over here. Steve is the owner and CEO, founder of Hustlin' Ain't Easy clothing line.
Oh, that was awesome.
Just got it started last year.
Nice.
He's been doing my graphics.
A couple of them. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
got one that, 2 of them that I'm working on that I really like. It's a little crooked now. We're waiting until the match is over to straighten it out.
Hey.
What's up? TV's still on there, yeah, that's how we do it. Just flash up in between shots, flash up a profile and show what's up.
Are you guys going to consider doing commentary?
We have been doing it all day. Yeah, they can hear you right now, actually, a little bit. See that green bar bouncing?
Yeah.
That's all the noises right here. I'm talking to this mic. See, this
That
is
ain't the right
stuff
one.
we're putting out during the match. Got it all going up.
You're still
Pretty
thinking.
good turnout for this first inaugural tournament.
I made these profiles like right before each match.
You did all this. So there's just these 2 guys, and then there's 2 other guys waiting to play,
Yes, down at the bottom.
and they're waiting to play next.
They'll be next up on TV too. All the matches will finish on the TV table today. Alright, not bad.
That looks good.
Yeah. Got the little ticker up there with every match here. Should we go into the
Are these your sponsors at the bottom?
Those sponsors at the bottom are just the equipment we're using. That our logo on the left, the TV pool, that's our first logo. We haven't, might not be our final logo. But that's what we're calling ourselves is right now, Cool TV. Oh, So yeah, for you to get some of those head-to-head matches and you want something a little different, to add some graphics or something on the screen, you know what I mean?
Right. Your session just a banner behind
Yeah.
players.
And you know, you can have your logo right up there in the corner the whole time. Website, flashing across, whatever. Even if you want to sponsor a one pocket event, you know what I mean? Less than an easy one pocket, add a couple hundred or whatever you do. You know, they'd be receptive for it. If our weekend is free, I'm sure we would definitely do it.
I've been thinking about that, but Toby's trying to get his one pocket tournament started. Just once a month now.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they have enough money in the pot.
Freeze it up. On now?
Oh, yeah, we lost internet.
We lost the internet.
You go with the master connection.
Yeah, there's no internet.
I can fix that. Never actually been in the center when they got that.
Gary wants you at the front. Post.
Yeah, I just posted something in the comments. You just keep commentating because we're recording, so we still have it.
Mike. Seven. All right. And the score is 7-7. Mike Davis and Brandon Shuff are tied. For those of you who have been watching from the convenience of your home and not live on the internet, We just lost our internet signal here at Q-Masters. They are working to get it fixed. They had to reset everything, registers, computers up front. So, the stream will be back momentarily. Although if you hear this, then that means you're watching the recording of this, so it really doesn't matter. Mike now controls his own destiny. He is at the table and on the hill. He can win the match from here. If it goes hill, Brandon will have the break. All Brandon can do is watch right now. So Mike Davis is the first one to the hill.
2 and a 4 looks safe. I got bad color.
Two ball has to be racked in the back. He just heard Brandon call him out. Mike then said the 2 and the 4 look the same. He's got bad color vision. On the hill and breaking. There's a smashing break. The 5 balls sit between the cue ball and the lowest number ball, which is the red 3 ball. This race to 9, Mike Davis is on what us pool players call the hill. He is at the top of the hill, ready to have a seat in the finals. Mike takes a sip of his drink before he comes back to the table. These guys have been playing great all yesterday and today. Brandon's first match came against 4-time state champion Chris Futrell. Mike is going to opt for a push shot. He'll push to a better jump shot. Put the ball that close to the rail, makes it really easy to jump from there. Might be able to see a piece of it, but pretty sure Brandon's gonna yes, he can see it. He can see enough to get a good portion of the ball. I just turned around and had a look. So he's got a safety. Can he hide him behind the 4 ball? Can he feather it that thin and control the cue ball enough to keep it behind one of those 3 balls at the top half of the table? Is there any other shot? He gave it back to Davis. And Mike is doing just what I talked about, getting behind one of those 3 balls, and I think he may have. I'm not sure. We shall see what is going on here at the first annual Berhman Memorial.
Click the arrow next to it. No.
Brandon's looking to see what he can do.
not streaming yet, but the internet's working.